Hey, race fans, Steve Letarte and Jeff Burton here at Texas Motor Speedway, up above the track. Great view, great facility. The second race in the round of 8. Time you set your fantasy lineup. Let's start with playoff drivers. What playoff drivers do you like?
Well, Kevin Harvick on the pole, not just because he's on the pole, but yesterday in practice he looked really, really good. I think he's got a great shot to win this race. Denny Hamlin qualified well. That actually makes me nervous because we haven't seen Joe Gibbs Racing qualify well.
He does make me a little nervous as well, but how about the 19 of Martin Truex Jr.? I like Truex in practice, and I like the lack of pressure. I think he can go out there, have a good time. While that may concern you as a fantasy player, I love him for sure, definitely at least in my garage, if not my lineup.
I think Martin Truex Jr. I mean, how can you a mile and a half? How can you go wrong? The guy I think that has been kind of understated in this playoffs.
Oh, I know where you're going. I know where you're going.
I don't count Ryan Blaney out. They're doing really well. I think they're the best Penske car right now. I expect him to outrun Joey Logano. A little bit of a risk.
All right, so you also need some non-playoff drivers. I had one circled in practice, but then he scared me in qualifying, the 14 of Clint Bowyer. All of the SHR Fords are great, so that really gives you a few options. You have Suarez, Almirola, Bowyer. I thought Bowyer was the guy, but he qualified so poorly. What's your take?
That makes me nervous, too. I'm watching him in practice. We had an in-car camera. His car looked like it was a little bit out of control in 1 and 2. Then in qualifying, he qualified slow. That makes me nervous. I just don't think that's a good combination. From what I keep going back to Jimmy Johnson, I'm done with that. I'm not going Jimmy Johnson anymore.
So you talk about Jimmy Johnson. I'm thinking his teammate, the 24 of William Byron. That run at Martinsville was impressive. Chad Knaus and Williams seem to be hitting it off. Their communication's great. I think he's going to run. Will he contend for the win? No, but I think he can run in the top 5, top 7. And Brad Keselowski.
Yes, the guy.
I think Brad is going to go out there. He has something to prove. I think he is frustrated he's not in the playoffs. I would be. He wants to prove something with a few races left of this season, try to go to victory lane. But the most important thing is set your fantasy lineup, and good luck in the race Sunday, NBCSN.